Hey, and welcome into Vinny Rottino Baseball Academy. This is the channel where we're talking baseball. We're breaking down players. We're breaking down some swing instruction, having you guys send in some video of your swings, and then I'm going to go ahead and try and help out best I can from a distance here. But today we're going to be breaking down a player that I feel like has got to, get a shot at professional baseball. If you all don't know my story, I was a non-drafted free agent, actually went to UW La Crosse, was All-American, was runner-up to Player of the Year in 2002. Aging myself there, but a long time ago, 2002, I was runner-up to Player of the Year in Division III baseball. Was told I was going to get drafted, didn't get drafted. Ended up going to pharmacy school for a semester. Ended up quitting pharmacy school and then attending a tryout by the Milwaukee Brewers. Rick Wilson was he was the cross-checker, West Coast cross-checker at the time. Rick Wilson's a very well-respected scout in the industry now. He was with the Brewers at the time. He is now, I believe, the scouting director of the Los Angeles Angels. And he had to beg him basically for a shot, right? I showed up at his tryout and begged him, hey, look, I need to get a shot. I'm better than all these guys at this tryout. Give me a shot. And he's like, you know what? You're right. So I am going to be begging on behalf of another player here that I'm going to be breaking down. His name is Tyler Stokes. He goes to Cumberland University. Looks like a really, really talented player, hits home runs, really confident. But we're going to talk about him a little bit. And again, just hopefully this gets out there to some people that are key decision makers for some organizations, and Tyler gets his shot because I think he deserves one. But before we do that, I did want to tell everybody that this episode is brought to you by Maggie Rottino Real Estate. Maggie Rottino and her little brother, Ricky Kuiper, have teamed up, and they do a phenomenal job with all of their customers who are in the market to buy or sell a home. So if you are in the market to buy or sell a home, make sure you are reaching out to my wife, Maggie Rottino, on Instagram, or her little brother, Ricky, on Instagram or Twitter, and they can help you out. It's also brought to you by Locked On Brewers Podcast Network. Dom Catronio and I are breaking down the Brewers 3 days a week right now during the lockout, and during the season, it does go to 5 days a week. So we are having a blast doing that. So I know a lot of you guys tune into that as well. So make sure you tune in and subscribe to that. So let's get into it. Tyler Stokes, again, think he deserves a shot. Have a soft spot in my heart for players like this that grind. I'll tell you what, Tyler looks like he was more talented than I was at the same spot, right? So, I mean, this guy, so the player that I'm going to actually compare Tyler to is what jumped out at me was Ronnie Belliard, right? So Ronnie Belliard was the second baseman for the Milwaukee Brewers, shorter in stature, but man, he could hit the ball a ton to all parts of the field. And he was a second baseman, but he also, I think he transitioned all over the diamond later in his career, but he was one of the Brewers' top prospects coming up. And then obviously he was a very productive player for the Brewers, but the swing that Tyler Stokes has here just jumps out to me as Ronnie Belliard, right? It's kind of a bigger move towards center, and then it is just unloading on baseballs. And it's like I said, super impressive. This kid is 5'10", 180, 190 pounds. He runs really well. He can play all around the diamond. And you're talking about a confident player, which I always looked for when I was scouting. I wanted to see guys who believed in themselves, who could play at the big league level, not just play an A ball. You got to have a confident, very self-assured player. And that's what I see in Tyler Stokes here. So let's go ahead and take a look. We're going to go ahead and play the swing just in full speed, and then we'll break it down and kind of compare it to Ronnie Belliard's here. I found this video of Ronnie Belliard playing for Elise in the Dominican Winter League from 1998, but the swing was always the same. And it is just a really, really good athletic move to the ball and through the ball. So let's take a look at it. So we're going to go ahead and play down here. So look at that top screen. Look at how quick and powerful that stroke is. I love the high finish. And like I said, he is a very confident player. So let's take a look at the gather. That's the first thing we always look at. So the gather back. Okay, good solid load into that back heel. Same thing with Ronnie Belliard. A little bit different angle to the video here. But then we go ahead and get to center. Pretty similar moves. How that big stretch between the front foot and then the hands, just kind of walking away from the hands there. Really, really impressive move there. That's where I like to stop it at foot plant, front foot, heel plant. And then the hands just explode on both these guys, connecting with the ball out in front. And then the high finish, like I said before, is just a really impressive swing here. Obviously from Ronnie Belliard, but Tyler has a super impressive swing. 21 home runs last year in his college season. I'm just going to kind of take a look at the stats here from last year. Tyler hit actually 20 home runs and only 157 at bats, which is crazy. That's a lot of homers and not a lot of at bats, and 8 doubles, 2 triples. Like I said, a ton of power. I think there's some athleticism in here. You could probably get to, just make some adjustments here if need be at the next level. And that's, I know, the name of the game at this point. He's already got 3 home runs to the start of the season this year, in the 38 at bats, 5 extra base hits total. He did get robbed of a home run. I saw that on Twitter as well. So you got a talented player here in Tyler Stokes, who I think at least deserves a chance to go ahead and see what he can do out in pro ball. I know there's limited minor league roster spots, but again, bringing him into spring training just to see what you got. Again, you don't come across or walk across, whatever you want to say, this kind of talent and this kind of confidence and self-assuredness on the baseball field every day. So, it's something that you don't want to walk past. So, that is my pitch for Tyler Stokes. Again, talented player, very, productive player, obviously at the college level, and again, think he could go out and do some things at the next level, at the professional baseball league level. So Tyler Stokes, Cumberland University scouts, go out and take a look. Have a good one.